Hello and welcome to Cleaning Conversations with Jenny Maid, real talk with a pro cleaner. I'm Jennifer, owner of Jenny Maid, a proprietary residential cleaning service right here in Portage County, Ohio. This show is where professional meets real life, honest conversations about health, home environments, eco-friendly practices, professional standards, and what it really takes to maintain a clean, healthy home the right way. Whether you're a homeowner who values your space, your health, and your time, or a professional cleaner looking to raise the bar in this industry, you're in the right place. This isn't quick tips, gimmicks, or shortcuts. This is real talk from a working professional built on experience, systems, and standards. So grab a cup of coffee, take a breath, and let's begin today's conversation with Jenny Maid. Okay? And today we are going to talk about when clients question your pricing and how to stop attracting them. Okay, welcome to Cleaning Conversations with Jenny Maid, real talk with a pro cleaner, where we talk honestly about professionalism, boundaries, and building a residential cleaning business that actually works. Today we're talking about how to avoid attracting clients who question your pricing structure and what to do when they do. Because that's, important to know. Okay. First of all, they shouldn't be questioning your pricing unless you're saying $1 million, honey, for a 2-foot space. Okay. I mean, that would be something to question. But if you are a professional, you've explained your process and you've done it the correct way, confidently and honestly. When it comes to price, you price accordingly. Okay, you don't question your mechanic, how come it's that much, or your plumber or electrician or any of the other trades. As a homeowner, you shouldn't question pricing unless it's outlandish. I mean, like really bad. You do your homework before. You can look on Home Advisor and Angie's List to get a rundown of what the national average is. And if it's way out of the ballpark when somebody comes or way underpriced, then question it. But if it's in the range of those two organizations, Home Pro or Home Advisor or Angie's List, then really you can't question it because there's a such thing as a national average. Cleaning tip of the week: price questioning is often a positioning problem. If your marketing emphasizes affordability, flexibility, or doing everything for everyone, you will attract price-sensitive clients. When your messaging emphasizes structured, recurring service, professionalism, and limited availability, you attract stable clients instead. Stop explaining your rate. The moment you justify your pricing, you signal negotiability, and you don't want to do that. You're not here to negotiate. The price is the price. Professional service providers, like I said, mechanics, electricians, things like that, they state their rate calmly and confidently. Instead of breaking down hours or defending your price, present your service as a structured program based on home size and frequency. The emotional side. When someone questions your price, it can trigger fear or self-doubt. But lowering your rate does not build stability. Alignment does. One misaligned client can drain your energy, push boundaries, and reduce profitability. Protecting your rate protects your business because you have to not only pay yourself, you have to pay your business. The business has to cover all the expenses, okay, taxes, insurance, and such. How to respond when they question your pricing. When someone says your pricing is higher than expected, respond calmly. We specialize in long-term recurring residential service at a professional standard. We may not be the right fit for everyone. Okay, and by the way, not every client's going to be a fit. Okay, for like Jenny Maid, we don't take just anybody. They have to go through a pre-screening process and a in-home assessment, and we'll, if it's a good fit, then we go from there. But we don't just take anybody because they may be wanting a discount or something. We don't do discounts. We don't bargain our prices. So that's just something for you as a professional house cleaner to think about, and what kind of service model you're going to present to the public or the market. Pause and let them decide. Silence is confidence. Okay, reducing price questioners. Avoid bargain language, just like I said. Stop leading with hourly pricing. Publicly, see, hourly pricing, that would be like your labor, okay? You can think in your head, okay, I want to earn $40 an hour. Okay, that's your labor right there, but you also have to add on your overhead on top of it. Publicly state minimum standards. Emphasize recurring service and professionalism. And by the way, you can go to Angie's List and Home Advisor as well, as a pro cleaner, to get an idea of what it's going to cost, if you're, just to get you started, so what the national average for that size home is. You can look it up on Zillow or realty.com, get the address, and find out how many square foot it is. You can see sometimes they have pictures. I know that's when it was for sale or whatever, but still it gives you an idea what you're dealing with. The room sizes and such, so you can sort of size that home up. And then ask Angie's List or, online or Home Advisor, and you can get a pretty good idea of what they're asking for, the average pro house cleaner's going to charge for that size of home and so forth. Okay. And then when you get to the in-home assessment, if they're a right fit for you, then you can go and say, okay, you can actually have a head start of what you're dealing with, and then you can fill in the blanks when you do the in-home assessment before you give them a quote. And whatever you do not give quick quotes. I know there's other cleaner cleaners, like commercial cleaners. They use like a Quote Pro and all these other things. That's not really professional. You need to deal with people face to face and really find out what the heck is going on. You don't just go and spit out a price without even seeing the house. Even if you look it up, okay, that home is only what you see from Zillow, and that's just the idea, because they could have changed the whole thing, the new owners, or added things since those pictures were taken. So that's why I said you get an idea of how many square feet it is or whatever, and then when you do the in-home assessment, that'll fill in the blanks. Okay, you can fill in the blanks and then give them a decent quote in person. Okay, I don't like to, personally, I've heard this before on other people doing this. They go and they get the information and take it home and then send them a quote. No, I don't do that. I tell them the price right then and there and book the sale. Book the customer right away. I don't wait. And I also don't wait for my money. I charge the same day. No invoicing necessary. It saves me paperwork, okay? In 47 years, I've never had to invoice a client. And I do everything personally, and that is very important. I don't care if it's year 2050, okay? You really need to be this is a face-to-face situation, not okay, I don't want to talk to you or deal with you. No, you're going to have to deal with these people sooner or later. You're going to have to meet the client, have a relationship with them, because if you're one of those that doesn't do that, well, then you're not going to have very long-term clients. They'll just use you for as long as they want to, whether it be a holiday session, and then they say, oh, I'm sorry, I don't want your services anymore, because they didn't develop a relationship with you. So if you want to have a long-term client where you're not out looking for clients all the time and costing your cleaning company money, then you better get to know your clients, get to know their homes, get to know their lifestyle. I mean, that's what the in-home assessment's for. Get those things that you're going to look for when you go to look at their house, questions to ask and such. That's another video, but I'm telling you that I've been doing it a long time. It's 2026, okay? And if I'm still doing it the same way and that's what works, it can work for you too. That's all I'm saying. Business mentorship moment. You're not selling labor. You are selling reliability, consistency, and peace of mind. Aligned clients value stability over the cheapest option. Okay, and that is so true. Okay, if you're selling a solution to their problem, you're selling an outcome to them and feeling good about it. That's what you have to focus on. They want to feel good and secure with you, the cleaner, the pro cleaner. Okay, and they will pick you and your price if they are confident and they can trust you to do the job right. They will pick you over the cheapest option. And I have 47 years experience to prove that. It is very true. Not that I've never been the cheapest option when I started, so I won't lie about that. But, now it's 2026 and, in the past, 10 years, I have wised up and now I'm doing it the right way, pricing and such. So I'm not perfect, okay? I'm not, and if I come off like that, well, I'm sorry, but, I'm just trying to educate you on what I've learned and so forth. That's the purpose of it. And as I close now this conversation out, if this episode helped you rethink your positioning when it comes to pricing, share it with another professional who needs to hear it. At Jenny Maid, we believe in raising standards quietly and professionally. And until next time, keep elevating. And Cleaning Conversation, as always, is sponsored by Jenny Maid, which is a proprietary cleaning service for residents of Portage County, and we are exclusive to Portage County. And this show exists to educate, protect, and elevate how we think about our homes and the people we allow into them. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you in the next conversation. Please like, share, and hit that subscribe button to be notified when the next episode is available. If you live in the Portage County, Ohio area and want to know more about Jenny Maid services, please go to the link provided in the description of this episode, and have a good night. Copyright 2026, Jenny Maid LLC. Jenny Maid and Cleaning Conversations with Jenny Maid are proprietary brands, all rights reserved. Have a good night.